Welcome to the wolf spider lab. Lots of things have been occurring over the last year or so now. Last time I spoke to you, we had roughly 60 individuals that hatched out. Well, that number has skyrocketed all the way up to 120 now. So we had another batch of babies after our first two, which really bumped up our numbers.
The Desertas wolf spider is the world's largest species of wolf spider that we know about, and it's very strict endemic. It's only found on the island of Desertas Grande, which is off the coast of Madeira. And it's critically endangered due to habitat loss from a species of grass that's slowly overtaking the areas where this spider would normally be found.
So it's incredibly important to have our wolf spiders here at the park and across Europe, just as a safety net population. Sadly, they aren't doing too well in the wild, so having them at the park is a huge boon to their population.
One of the important parts of it is maintaining a healthy and viable ex situ population of the species. So having these spiders in captivity and being reared by keepers such as James here at Longley is really an absolutely key process in maintaining a robust conservation programme and keeping a healthy, safeguarded population in the event of, say, extinction in the wild, or we need to repatriate some back to Desertas to help support the wild population.
They're all doing really, really well. Our first two batches are getting fairly sizable now, probably around an inch in leg span. Some of the females are eventually going to have leg spans of 5 inches or so. So they've got a lot of growing to do, but we expect that'll take them around 2 years for them to reach full size and be able to breed again.
Hopes of the future with the Desertas wolf spider is that the population in the wild recovers sufficiently and becomes self-sustaining, and that the habitat is restored, because it's not just the spider that's threatened by this invasive grass. There's a whole myriad plethora of other invertebrate species that exist on the island, from beetles to land snails to even other species of spider, and we're using the Desertas wolf spider as the flagship species for the invertebrate conservation of the Madeiran archipelago.
So our hopes now are just to keep on sort of rearing them, getting them as big and as strong as possible, using the knowledge that we developed over the first 2 years of having wolf spiders here at the park, and then hopefully we'll have the next generation on its way.